Greetings, Christ Fellowship. This is a midweek message on abiding. This idea of remaining, staying connected. We talked about it this past Sunday over and over. Jesus says, abide in me, remain in me, stay connected to me. But as 2020 came to a close and as 2021 began, many of us feel extremely disconnected. Disconnected from one another, disconnected from church, disconnected from God. So that can be a very difficult place to be. John 15, the passage we looked at, verse 6, says, if you don't remain in me, you're like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up and thrown into the fire to be burned. And nobody wants to be like a branch that could be consumed and burned up. They want to be like fresh green wood that's vibrant and full of life and fruit. They want to sound like the person from Jeremiah 17. We looked at that passage. It says, blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. They're like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when heat comes. Its leaves are always green. Has no worries in a year of drought, and it never fails to bear fruit. Well, we've been in a year of drought, and I wish that I could tell you my life looks like Jeremiah 17, but I've had anxieties, I've had fears, and I think all of us have. So what do we do when our life doesn't look like Jeremiah 17? What do we do when we feel like verse 6 of John 15, when we feel like a stick that's lifeless laying down? Well, this is the gospel message to us. This idea of, dry bones having flesh on them again, that we are the stick that's grafted in. The message of hope for us is that Jeremiah 17 is not a description of us. It's quoting Psalm 1. Psalm 1 is talking about Jesus. Psalm 1, blessed is the one who does not walk amongst the sinners, whose delight is in the law of the Lord. That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields fruit in season and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. Jesus is the one who trusted perfectly in God. We all have gap. We all struggle to trust God fully. Yeah, we all have spaces where we say, I know God is at work, but we all have measures in which we don't see fully. But Jesus went that way for us, and he accomplished it for us. Yeah, we need to abide. Yeah, we need to read his word. Yeah, we need to stay connected to one another. But when we struggle, and when we feel lifeless, as we all do, we need to know what Psalm 1 says. Whatever he does prospers. And you have not been cut off. You have not been abandoned. You have been grafted into the tree of life, and he is the root. He yields fruit in season and out of season. He abides perfectly, and he holds us. His grip is stronger than our grip. We need to trust that he sustains us even when we feel like life is fading. That is where our sufficiency comes. That is where our hope is. To abide in Christ as he abides in us. Brothers and sisters, I love you and look forward to seeing you again soon. You are loved.